Everywhere you turn, signs of neo-feudalism fueled by the Great Reset are rising up.
On the higher levels, it is just a game and they are all working together. At some point, I was invited, which is why I'm telling you all this, to participate in sacrifices. That was the breaking point.
Whether it's Hungarian billionaire George Soros meddling in local elections in Austin, Texas, as the murder rate hits historic highs.
This intersection of 6th and Oasis is one of two deadly scenes called into police within just minutes of each other this weekend. A stabbing here and a shooting on North Lamar marked the 59th and 60th homicides of this year in Austin. That's the highest number ever recorded in modern history here.
Nationally known left-wing activist George Soros has joined the fight over the Proposition A ballot measure Austin voters will decide on this November. The billionaire contributed $500,000 through the Open Society Policy Center organization to the Equity Political Action Committee's No Way on Prop A campaign.
I would hate for someone's out-of-state money to diminish the voices of people that lived here.
Or California Governor Gavin Newsom's insane ban on gas-powered lawnmowers, chainsaws, and leaf blowers to appease the architects of the coming climate change totalitarianism.
I don't know of a battery-powered rototiller. I don't know of a chainsaw larger than a 20-inch bar that's battery-powered. So I'm not quite sure how CAL FIRE and some of those type of things are going to go out there and mitigate fires when they have to have battery-powered products.
New this morning, gas-powered generators could be a thing of the past if the governor signs a new bill into law.
Not only would Assembly Bill 1346 phase out those generators, but it would also get rid of machines like gas-powered lawnmowers and leaf blowers. The authors of this bill say that equipment puts out too much air pollution.
Or the enforcement of that totalitarianism fueled by the rise of machines. As the Special Purpose Unmanned Rifle, or SPUR, is basically a robot dog armed with a rifle on its back.
Those rifles come in calibers such as 7.62 51mm, 6.5mm Creedmoor, 300 Norma Magnum, 338 Lapua Magnum, and 338 Norma Magnum.
Meanwhile, the military behind the Terminator dogs is purging thousands of soldiers who refuse the New World Order inoculation of the COVID vaccine.
So tonight, a new study on the COVID-19 vaccines found more cases of heart inflammation than expected among members of our U.S. military. It is raising questions about the role of exercise.
The military administered 2.8 million doses of the vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna. A new study describes how 23 service members later developed chest pain and sought medical attention. Tests showed it was myocarditis.
And as the gender war rages on against our children in what's left of toy stores in America,
these large stores have to also show a reasonable selection of products, regardless of whether they have been traditionally marketed for either girls or boys.
The World Economic Forum states their goals and ultimately the goals of the Democratic Party on their own website, predicting the total collapse of the West, the end to all private ownership of everything, the end of meat production, and the installment of a global carbon tax. This means the death of the United States as a global power. The solution is simple. Stop complying. This is Darren McBreen for John Bound.
Watch the American Journal weekday mornings 8 to 11 Central at band.video.
Live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
The silent majority
is no longer
silent. This is the War Room with Owen Schroyer.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
There are a lot of energy drinks and energy pills on the market. And of course, most of them work because if something doesn't work, people aren't going to reorder it. But they have side effects, they have chemicals, they have dyes in them that hurt your brain and hurt your cells and hurt your body in the process and leave you burnt out and hungover. InfoWars for years has consulted top developers and top labs to bring you Brain Force Plus, to bring you Turbo Force, and other clean formulas that give you long, sustained, focused energy. Well, now we are introducing something that is at the next level, multiple years in development. It is Brain Force Ultra. It is a liquid in a dropper, and it is twice as strong as Brain Force Plus just in the natural caffeine department. Then it's got a bunch of other powerful herbs and compounds that will take your focus and your clarity to the next level with clean energy. And it funds the InfoWar, exclusively available at InfoWarsStore.com.